Hey guys, Matt here, and welcome to my fragrance obsession. In tonight's episode, it's going to be a little bit different from anything else I've ever reviewed. Tonight, I'm actually going to be reviewing a fragrance that is not well known whatsoever. In fact, this fragrance was actually made by somebody that I know, and it's a fragrance that I have enjoyed very, very much ever since receiving this free sample. Now, this fragrance is called zero Point 0.2 Meet Your Destiny. And this is one of the free samples that I received from the creator. Now, the creator of this fragrance is Holly Riddel, and she's all the way from the United States. And she is such an amazing person. She's so full of high energy. In fact, she's a bit of a motivator. Like I follow her on my Instagram account, and she posts pictures about her life and things she does. And she's such like she's a bubbly person, and there's no such form of negativity in her whatsoever. I just absolutely love seeing her pictures, seeing her little videos that she posts, and she's all about love. She's all about spreading the word of happiness and getting people to all come together as one. And that's what this fragrance is meant to invoke. This fragrance is all about love. It's all about trying to connect people together and to have a bit of fun, I guess. Now, this is one of the samples, like I said before, that I received from her, and it's got on the front here, "I hope you feel the love, Matt. Get ready for fun. Love, Holly." It's absolutely brilliant, and we have the vial right here, but I just want to read you a little bit about this fragrance. So it says here on the card, 0.2 is more than a fragrance. It is an experience, a moment in time. To capture that first glance, that first rush, that first moment when eyes lock and passion ignites. For men, for women, 0.2 is a fragrance for us all. And it's got up here, meet your destiny. So yeah, this is the little vial that I received. I have used it quite a bit since I received it. It was full to the top, and as you can see, it's like just below halfway. So yeah, since getting this fragrance, I have wore it quite a lot, and I've enjoyed it quite a lot also. And Holly has actually quite kindly gave me the notes for this fragrance, and she's told me a little bit about it. So this fragrance, it says here, this is actually something that I got off her Instagram account and in her bio. It says here, 0.2 Meet Your Destiny captures the rush of connection and love through intention each time it is worn. So I'm going to let you guys know what I think of this fragrance, and we're going to talk about it from there. So here we go. I'm going to put a little bit here. Put it on my hand. Here we go. So I'm gonna have to put a few little bits on here. To be honest, I'm probably better off dabbing it. So if I go like that, oh yeah, much better. Okay, that'll do. So yeah, here we go. We're gonna talk about this fragrance now. So this is an unisex eau de parfum for men and women. I wouldn't really know what to call this. I would say it was more like an oriental. I would also say it's got a little bit of a gourmand quality about it because it features quite a few food notes, but we will talk about the notes right now. So, in terms of the notes list, in the top we get Italian bergamot and spearmint. In the middle notes we get neroli and orange blossom. And in the base notes we get sheer musk accord, Tunisian amber, white amber, oak moss, and French vanilla. So in terms of longevity, I get about 8 hours of this on my skin. I find it quite unique. I find it a little bit romantic as well. Also casual, yet very classy at the same time. So you can wear it for pretty much any occasion. So here we go. What do I get in terms of the notes? Now, fleeting spearmint. It's funny because when I first smelled this, I could smell the spearmint straight away. And I had to actually message Holly. I had to ask her, what are the notes for this fragrance? And as soon as she said spearmint, I was just like, yep, there it is. There's the spearmint note. Fleeting spearmint. It's so beautiful. Very, very nice. We do get a little bit of bergamot on the top as well, creating a little bit of a citrus vibe. It's quite zesty. It's quite bright. Very appealing smell, Very, very nice. Very nice. In terms of the middle notes, I do get a lot of neroli. It's kind of reminiscent to the neroli note in 4711 or Neroli Portofino by Tom Ford. It's a little bit like that, just not as strong, And I like the fact that it's not as strong because it's hidden behind this very powdery orange blossom. Very, very nice. You could eat it. It's almost edible. It's just got this very nice, delicious vibe about it, which I really like. And in terms of the base notes, I do get a lot of musk. After this, the base notes don't really come into the fragrance up until about the 7th, maybe 6th hour of it being on your skin. And I do get this very soft musk. It's more like a white musk that I would say. Tunisian amber, I don't really know what Tunisian amber is supposed to smell like, but overall, in the dry down, this is a very sweet, ambery vanilla smell. Like I said before, it's quite powdery with that orange blossom in the middle, but the powderiness stays there in the dry down. It's very sweet, very vanilla-y, and I suppose it's a little bit mossy, and I guess the oak moss makes a lot of sense, but it's quite earthy in the dry down, and I really like that about this. But I think my favourite note in this whole fragrance is that spearmint note. And you can pretty much smell the spearmint throughout the whole scent. As soon as you apply this on your skin, the spearmint hits you. And what I really like about it is the fact that whenever I smell the opening of this fragrance, like the first initial splash of it on my skin, it reminds me of when I was about 7 years old. Actually, was that about 7 or 8 years old? And I visited Scarborough. In fact, Scarborough is the town that I did my Creed Arolfa review. If you guys haven't checked that out, please do check it out. It was actually that town that I visited. And I remember we went to a store, and as soon as I went in, there was this big counter filled with Candy Rock. And if you guys don't know what Candy Rock is, it's literally just like stone sort of candy rock, like hard-boiled candy. It's very British, if you haven't heard of it. But I remember they did all sorts of flavours, and the flavour that I wanted was strawberry. So we ended up getting some Candy Rock, and we walked out of the shop straight onto the beach. And I remember sitting down on the beach, and the beach was so busy. There must have been hundreds of people. And that's one thing that's never changed about Scarborough. The beach is always jam-packed with people. And I just remember sitting down, and I was like, "Oh, Mum, can I have my Candy Rock now, please?" And she pulled it out the bag, and it turned out to be spearmint Candy Rock. And at the time, I wasn't a big fan of spearmint, but I was just like, "Ugh, okay, I'll eat it anyway." So as a kid, being in love with candy, I just remember eating it on the beach. And the spearmint is very reminiscent to that memory of that Candy Rock that I ate. Very, very nice. But you know what? Like, when I smell this fragrance, it has a nice vibe about it. It has an inviting, it has a soft, happy vibe about it, I guess. Like, it's the type of smell that, I know it sounds really strange, but whenever I smell this, it kind of cheers me up. It kind of gets me out of that sort of hole. Say if you're having a bad day and you smell this fragrance, I suppose in a way it could cheer you up. And I don't know what it is. It's just got this very nice bright smell about it. It's just very welcoming smell. Very, very nice. And I think Holly is a great perfumer. I think for this being her first perfume, her first fragrance, I think she's done a tremendous job. And guys, I would happily recommend you guys to check this one out. I will be leaving her website link in the description of this video, so you can go ahead, check out a few facts about this fragrance. If you want to get yourself a bottle, check it out. I would highly recommend it. Honestly, I think, excuse me, I think she's an amazing perfumer. She's also an amazing person. She's so full of life, so full of happiness, and I just love this fragrance that she's created. And I promise, Holly, if you're watching this review, I will end up getting myself a bottle one of these days. I promise. That's all I have to say, guys. I really do hope you've enjoyed this review. Please let me know what you thought of this review. If you want to know anything about it, please let me know in the comments below, and I will get back to you. Thank you so much for watching this episode of my Fragrance Obsession. My name is FragranceMatt. Take care of yourselves, keep smelling good, and I'll see you in the next episode. Have a great night, guys. Bye-bye for now.